All right. NFL week number 8 here at Bulmos Lodge with Joe, Ron Burgundy, again, and my co-host, Kevin Sadie Gilbert. So, week 7. Anything you want to touch on? Any surprises? Expectations that weren't met?
Russell Wilson played extremely well for the Steelers in his debut as a starter.
He's still a very good quarterback,
I was surprised because obviously it didn't pan out very well for him in Denver, and felt kind of bad when he got traded there. Right? I mean, he was doing well in Seattle, but he lit up the Jets. I mean, honestly, I think that game. Oh, hey, Nacho. I think I picked the Jets over the Steelers, and the Steelers dominated that game.
I mean, it's no real shock that the Jets got dominated.
But with the addition, Devontae Adams and the rapport he had with that, with Rodgers and all that. I mean, it was hard to go against on paper, with the addition of, and it didn't matter. The Jets scored 15 points and then they allowed 31 unanswered with the Steelers. So
yeah, for the Jets defense, there still might be something there because Rodgers and Devontae haven't played a season or two together.
It's been like three, a few anyway.
So they might need to get their where you go. They might need to get their timing back together. So
take your finger out of there. I'm on the air.
ooh. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there's no real shock that Pittsburgh just ran over them.
It was weird. I just had a prostate exam, right? And it was, the doctor was really nice. I just found it kind of odd that both his hands were on my shoulders.
Yeah, I don't recommend going to that dentist ever again. Yeah.
I mean, he did talk to me throughout it. Something about we got to keep this like hush hush, not covered by insurance.
It's good to hear that he kept you, kind of calm throughout it. Kind of professional.
I don't know about calm. I was been clutching.
You're afraid to let go?
Oh no, I was trying to let go. I was always told if it felt more than 2 fingers, it's probably a dick.
Well, in your case, more than 2 fingers is being generous.
Yeah. It's ever like, go in there, ring the devil's doorbell,
Happy International Women's Day.
Okay. Sorry to get off track of football and talking about, butt stuff, but,
Hey. Every once in a while, you got to be the center.
And the old balloon knot.
Hey, Kevin. All right. So, anything else from week 7 that
Saquon Barkley went well over 100 yards?
Oh yeah, we both agreed on that.
So, I know I picked the Giants to win.
Yeah, we got to stick by our team, and
we both lost that one.
Again, big shock that not only did they lose, but they got their asses handed to them. They went to the same dentist you just went to.
Yeah, they mustered a field goal.
But it was a good field goal.
Yeah, right before halftime. Ooh.
All right, so moving on to week number 8 here.
There's no chicken nuggets left, Raz. I ate them all.
Badass.
I ate the ones I warmed up. It's not like I nuked the whole bag. I said you get the leftovers.
Yeah, that ding was perfect timing too. All right, so the Thursday night game, the Vikings, which are 5-1 now.
Yes, we did. We both picked the Lions.
Yeah, I think we said last week that if anybody's going to do it, it was going to be Detroit, and they did it.
They did it.
So 5-1 Vikings and the 2-4 Rams.
I mean, is it even a question? I mean, the Vikings
Okay,
could win that game.
Yeah, they might have lost to Detroit, but Detroit is a hell of a lot better team than the Rams are. So I'm going Minnesota. I imagine you're going Minnesota as well. I don't know. The dog's in.
He keeps jumping on my lap. He's an attention whore. Yeah, I'm going Minnesota too. That's a dachshund behind you, right? Is that a dachshund?
No, this is Gilbert. He is a mutt.
Mutt. Okay.
Unfortunately, he's got this spinal issue. Nobody could figure out what it is, but calm down.
But, I see. He's got to wear like a diaper and all that.
Yeah, like his back legs don't work, and he's moving around pretty good, considering. But he's fine regardless. We just took him to get acupuncture. They're taking him to, and we just gotta keep an eye on him. But gotta keep a diaper in case he pees himself. Then the Boston's up there, and German Shepherd's down there. So
almost dropped my Chewini.
Don't want to be dropping your weenie.
Oh, God, your breath is ferocious. Can you get out of her cooch? Both of you don't need to be up and in at the same time.
Say hey, Gilbert.
There you go. So, yeah, definitely Minnesota over the Rams. Rams right now, I guess, are listening to trade talks for Cooper Kupp and even Matt Stafford.
It's a shame. I feel bad for Matt Stafford. He was doing so good there for a while, and then now they're 2-4.
Yeah.
But if I were him, I'd be up for leaving. Leave the sinking ship. He could take his town somewhere.
The rumor is the Vikings. Going to get traded to the Vikings, which should be a little funny because that would be a rival to his former team.
Yeah,
but the Vikings right now, like, they're 5-1, so they're win now mode. But I wouldn't trade for Matt Stafford if Sam Darnold was playing that well too. It's like he's not playing horrible. I mean, he's made a couple bad decisions, throwing some interceptions, but the team's 5-1 for a reason, and I don't think
Gilbert.
It's not bad quarterback play.
Yeah, and if I were Minnesota, bringing in Matt Stafford, Gilbert, stop, but relax. He has his value, to help Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Help polish him up. So he definitely has value, and it wouldn't be a bad thing for Minnesota to bring him in. I don't know if I would trade for him, lose any of the things that they have, but in the offseason, if he comes in, it'll be good for him.
Yeah, so that's a Thursday night game, so that's tonight. So expect probably a slaughtering. If anything, probably like a 31-10 type deal. I'm not no disrespect to the Rams, but they have no offensive weapons.
Yeah, they're not good.
Besides Coop, but
All right, so going into Sunday, 2-5 Jets versus the 1-6 New England Patriots.
This could be the game the Patriots could win, right? I mean, the way how the Jets been just not performing with all the star-studded talent around them and just not figuring it out. But I also could see the Jets kind of rebounding and winning this one. So I'm going to go with the Jets, just based on roster.
Yeah, I agree. Like the Pats theoretically could pull out a second win here, but at the same time, this could be the game where they're like, okay, we could get her. If we're the Jets, we could get our shit together. You
Game to do it.
On paper, you could say that they're a better team. So, give them a chance to get their act together and do something. So next game, 4-2 Eagles versus the 3-4 Bengals. All right, bud.
I'm going to go with Bengals.
Going Bengals?
Yep, I'm going Bengals. That'll be the upset. And just strictly to be an upset based strictly on the record, but Bengals, to me, got the better quarterback. It'll be a great game, I think, with all the receivers on both sides of both teams. But nothing like watching the Eagles lose.
No, absolutely.
So
the Bengals are probably better than their record says they are. Right, Sadie? And
dog just got done licking its butthole.
Wiping my beard.
It's just
Philly, they just came out of whooping the New York Giants, which, to be honest, is not saying much. It's good for their record in the division, but Bengals are by far a lot better than the Giants are. So it could definitely go either way. So just Sadie, love you too. I need it. I'll go with Philly just to balance it out and see where it goes. One of us is going to win.
Unless that's going to be the tie.
Yeah, right. Then we both win? Both lose? All right. So the 5-2 Packers versus the 2-5 Jacksonville Jaguars.
Packers.
Think about it.
Yeah, Packers. No thought needed.
Yeah, it's not much of a decision.
Did you see the meme about like how the NFL, like if a team goes over to England to play and they lose, they got to stay over there until they win again?
Where are you going?
I think that should start off in week 1. Whatever team's got to play over there, if they lose, they got to win their way back over to the United States.
That's it. You're staying. You find some tea in the harbor. Sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on Gilbert. He decided to yeet himself off the couch.
YOLO.
Yeah. He's like, yeet. And it's all good. He's over on the dog bed. Okay. All right. Another tough decision game. The 1-5 Titans versus the 5-1 Lions.
Jared Goff's wife. Lions.
Agreed.
You know this. You
okay over there, Gilbert?
He's fine. He's just living life.
It's freaking living the dream, man.
Yeah.
All right, so what should be a good game. The 4-3 Atlanta Falcons versus the 4-3 Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Well, Tampa's going to be in some serious trouble with the loss of Chris Godwin to a broken or dislocated ankle and needed surgery. And Mike Evans went down, and projected return could be week 12. So the Bucs are in some serious trouble with injuries. So I'll have to go with the other team that I drawn a blank on against the Bucs.
Atlanta.
Yeah. Got to go with the whitest quarterback ever in history. Kirk Cousins.
So white, he's ginger. Yeah. Those injuries are definitely going to hurt Tampa Bay.
I think it will. I mean, you don't got those that target. I mean, you lost your number one and your number two receiver. They do have an older Sterling Shepard from the Giants who is a good possession receiver, but he can't pick up the slack of what they just lost.
No. Shepard might be reliable, but
you're asking a
Mike
lot.
Evans is always on point. I got him on my fantasy team. I get him on my fantasy team every year, every chance I get. Just because like he's a solid 12, 15 points in fantasy. So
and now you're like, oh no. I know. I'm trying to find something here. Oh look, the last fuck I gave. What's this? All this. Oh, okay. Anyway, so yes, definitely have to go with Atlanta on that. I think Tampa Bay is slowly gonna. We're doing Pit Vipers.
They're knockoff Pit Vipers.
Mine are actually got Viper. Pit Viper.
My sister-in-law, as a thank you, they had went to Walmart, and apparently they had a Bret Hart combo pack. It had a T-shirt, but it looks like a tank top on it with the logo.
Yeah, I saw that at Walmart the other day.
And these sunglasses, and I always wanted to pull up the sunglasses, and I put them on Katie. I was like, I always wanted to do that. Makes me feel like Bret.
Well, we can wear them for the podcast.
But I can't see without them. So,
well, it's not my fault that your vision decided to suck.
Likewise,
I can legally drive without my glasses. I will take that to the fucking grave. I'm not blind.
You just bald.
You've just had to take me off that fucking mountain, didn't you?
Absolutely, because you would do it to me.
Yeah, but it'd be funnier because to watch you fall. Hey, side note, short people aren't short. They're just closer to hell.
Yeah, yes, we are. That's why it's always an adventure being married to a short woman. I love her to death. So much. But like she's a little demon.
But no one wants to see two people struggle grabbing something off the top. If I see one person like, hey, you want me to get that for you? Yeah, sure, thank you. But if I see two, that's gonna be Snapchat.
Like that scene in Family Guy, tallest midget. Hey Frank, can you get that for me? Yes, I can.
Yeah, right. Yes, I can. The tallest midget. I forgot about that.
All right, so going on the short midgets, the 3-4 Arizona Cardinals versus the 2-4 Miami Dolphins.
Awesome segue with Kyler Murray in the short. See, that was a lot better than last week talking about cocaine, and all of a sudden you talk about the Colts.
Sometimes it just works. I'm a genius. What can I say?
I mean, your mom must have called you handsome a lot, huh? There's my handsome little boy.
Hey, at least my mom loves me.
Dorothy Mantooth is a saint.
I'm gonna take your mother, Dorothy Mantooth, out to a nice steak dinner and never call her again. Whammy.
Whammy. What was the team again? You got me distracted.
Arizona and Miami.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Straight up.
All Miami has going for it is South Beach and yeah.
And Cisco's thong song.
Hey. Dong, 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 dong.
Yeah. Or Will Smith. You party in the city with the meters on. You know, the good old fashioned, clean, family, fun, wholesome rap.
Yeah. Will Smith doesn't have to christen his album, but Eminem does. So fuck him and fuck you too.
Nice.
All right. Another tough decision here.
Iron burner. Here we go.
Baltimore versus Cleveland.
Baltimore.
Cleveland versus the old Cleveland versus the new Cleveland.
I didn't even finish. I said Baltimore. You got
I should just said Baltimore and left it at that.
Do we have to even discuss that? I think this week could have been like, we're gonna agree here. We're gonna agree here. Here's where we're gonna do this. Any Giants game, Joe's gonna pick the Giants. Well, this Joe is gonna pick the Giants. But yeah, I mean, Cleveland. I mean, now that it's Deshaun Watson going down with injury, I feel bad for the guy, but he has been playing like shit. I wish him, successful surgery and recovery. He tore his Achilles. But Baltimore, is a monster right now. And Derrick Henry's got like over 850 something rushing yards. And it's not even week 10. He could eclipse 1,000 yards, and it's not week 10.
Yeah, it's like
he could eclipse 1,000 yards this week, and it's still 10 more weeks. He's on pace to run over 2,100 yards.
Freaking imagine. When was the last time somebody ran not only for 1,000 plus, because any good running back or halfback can do that.
A good season for a running back is 1,000 yards. I think that's the judge is 1,000 yards.
But how many guys have even got that close to 2,000 yards?
I mean, close. I mean, there's been a
few. AP, Emmett, maybe.
Yeah. Adrian Peterson did rush for over 2,000 yards in 2012 after coming back from when his knee got totally destroyed week 15 in 2011. And he came back and rushed. He was like 9 yards away from the all-time season record held by Eric Dickerson all those years ago.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah, AP ran it. I know it's easier to name the receiver or the running backs that ran for 2,000-yard seasons. Adrian Peterson was one of them. Chris Johnson, I believe, was another one. That's all I got. I just said it was easy, and hey Google.
Hey CIA, how many people have done it? Bing bing.
Anyway,
there's so many just amazing friggin' running backs that we've seen. I'm 41. You're not far behind me. That how many great running backs have not even come close to that?
Oh, Barry Sanders is another one to rush for 2,000 yards.
Oh. Dude, he is still running
somewhere.
It's wild. All right, another game that on paper looks like it would be a good game. 4-3 Colts versus the 5-2 Texans.
Texans.
Any chance Indianapolis could pull it out?
They could, as long as they shut down the passing attack of Houston. I mean, they're such a big play team that you need to take that away. And that's it'll be obviously everyone's goal is to make a team one dimensional, but the Texans are on another they can dink and dunk you, but also they love the big play, right? There seems to always be like 3 or 4 big plays in every Texans game. You can't give up that play. You want to keep them at your level, throw it underneath, make it work, make them work for it. Don't just give them the 40-yard shot or 50-yard shot. The Colts could pull it off, but I'm going with CJ. The Texans barely lost against the Packers last week, and it was because of a last-second field goal, right? So it was a good game. So the Packers, the Texans. It'll definitely be a difficult assignment for the Colts to beat them. I'm not saying they can't, but is there a chance? Sure, there's always a chance. Likely? No.
I'm going to go with Indy just to be different.
Your beard is different.
Hey, it's like a grow a beard.
I tried. It started itching.
So what you're saying is your hair just grows in all white trashy like that?
I don't know what you're trying to say, but yeah.
Good to know.
Calling the story now the saga of Dirty Joe.
Joe Dierte. But next game, which works out because I'm watching Swamp People right now. The 2-5 New Orleans Saints versus the 3-3 San Diego Chargers. LA Chargers.
Gonna have to go with Wales Vagina.
Going Wales Vagina?
Wales Vagina. The Saints are playing absolutely like shit after getting to a really hot start, which 2 games, but gonna have to go with the Chargers. Another trade. Alvin Kamara formally requested for a trade out of New Orleans. So
I don't blame him.
Whatever team to pick him up, he'll be a good he'll definitely be a good addition.
It's a shame seeing New Orleans in the shape they're in. No,
it's not.
They're a steaming pile of, as my friend Kelly would say, steaming pile of broken gumbo, and it's not pretty.
No.
Not pretty enough.
The New Orleans Saints, need another hurricane to come through to kind of wash them.
To motivate them a little bit. And for the record, I do not put that evil on anybody. New Orleans has been through enough, and the Saints are just adding to it.
Maybe just try to raise the entire city above sea level, maybe.
Maybe.
The levee's all low. No shit. It's because you're 15 feet below sea level.
But that food, oh my God, the food is amazing. If you ever have a chance to go, it is an amazing city. It really is. It really is.
No, I would love to go to New Orleans.
Just don't go during hurricane season or August. My balls are still sweaty. Now, the 5-2 Bills versus the 4-3 Seattle Seahawks.
Bills.
Agreed.
Bills. Fucking Bills. Fuck
Bills. All right. I think another game we both would agree on. The 4-2 Bears versus the 5-2 Washington football team.
Bears.
Ooh, going with the Bears.
No, wait. You know what? I'm going to stick with it. I'm sticking with it. I was doing it as a joke, but fuck them Washington Commanders. Fucks.
All right, so Bears, I wrote it on the paper, so going back. I'm sticking with Washington.
and you got it in a pen, so it's not like it has an eraser either.
No, I could go like this all day long. It's not coming out.
So it's official
It's official.
on a piece of paper.
Throw it on the paper.
Ooh, that is an official. That is an official stationery.
Oh, it's a leather bound. It's a leather bound book.
Does it smell of rich mahogany?
It did.
Ooh.
At one point. I think one of the dogs farted on it and gone. But yeah, I'm kind of on the Washington hype train right now.
No, I mean, I know the hype, that, yes, but the Bears are doing something right. I mean, I think Caleb Williams is slowly starting to, it's going to be an awesome matchup. Number 1 pick, number 2 pick going at it against each other. So.
You just fart.
No. No.
There, you did it again. I heard it.
Fucking stinks. Is that onion?
I don't remember eating corn.
I don't remember eating corn. The only food that says again.
Remix. All right, so the 1-6 Carolina Panthers versus the 4-3 Denver Broncos.
The Broncos are going to cream that corn of the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I agree. I can't, even for the life of me, pick Carolina.
I can't. Maybe
they have one.
It's that's probably that time that they probably sprayed themselves down with Sex Panthers, saying, "Hey, 6% of the time it works every time." It doesn't make sense. Oh, what's that smell? It's not Indian food mixed in with a dirty diaper. It's not worse than when the raccoon got stuck in the copier. It's just the Carolina Panthers. You're reeking it up.
It's out there. Smell like Bigfoot's dick. But speaking of dick, the 6-0 Kansas City Chiefs versus the 2-5 Raiders.
I'm gonna have to go with the Chiefs.
Same. I'm torn between picking my wife's team and my wife's love for Taylor Swift. But Kansas City is just Kansas City.
You want to say hi, Reds?
What's up, pup?
Reds.
If she pukes on you, I'm laughing.
Well, funny thing about this, he's got a dick.
Hey, man, it's 2024.
Hey, man, you're right.
Hey. All love here. All love here.
What are you doing? You're going to start yelling at me now? God, fuck, you just punched me on the air.
He just came in here throwing hands. He's like,
nothing's going to taste right.
What? That's staying in. Mainly because I don't know how to edit yet.
It's staying in. I don't think it's because you don't know how to edit. I think it's, even if you do know how to edit, it's like, why would you take that out?
Yeah, really. All right. So, bit of a rivalry game here. 3-3 Cowboys versus the 3-4 San Francisco 49ers.
49ers better beat the Cowboys. They're both not playing good ball, but the 49ers are the better team.
Yeah, and I'm not just saying this because I want to see Dallas lose, but Dallas is a mess right now. Like, not even like they got to the playoffs and became a mess. No, they're
the mess now and probably will miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, for the most part, the NFC East, I think we talked about this before. It's tough.
It
and
is.
not in a good way.
Keep talking.
Like it's tough because with the exception, the one team that's supposed to suck in the NFC East is doing good.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
And so yeah, I agree. San Francisco.
San Fran.
All right, and we're at the Monday night game. Our 2-5 New York Giants versus the 5-2 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Our Giants. Our shark. Giants.
Sticking with it.
Just like I gotta pick the underdog in this one. Well, I've been picking them all year.
Two times
no
right.
one gave the Giants a chance against Seattle, and the Giants played them well. I know the injury to Andrew Thomas sucks, but I think that we'll find their rotation to help protect Daniel Jones a little bit against that Steelers front. But you got two good defenses going at it, right? So I think, if the Giants are going to win the game, it's going to be strictly on their defense. Giants have the nasty pass rush, and not ironically enough, but Dexter Lawrence is leading the league in sacks with 9, even though how much he's getting double teamed. He's getting double teamed 66% of the time, and he's leading the league in sacks right now as a defensive tackle. That is nuts. No fat ass should be doing that. Not saying he's fat, but he's a big boy.
He's a big boy. And it's probably because he is a big boy. You get those big friggin', big buffaloes out there in the line. They just friggin' smashing in the trenches. And
who dares to message me?
Just cracking skulls.
But yeah, despite the double team amount, he's still productive and still can't be stopped. That is a true monster. Number 1 defensive tackle in the league. And I say that confidently now because what's his name off the Rams retired? Aaron, number 99. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either.
Yeah, for some reason I'm just drawing a blank. A huge blank on one of the most dominant players ever played a freaking game. But I'm gonna stick with the Giants. You're probably picking the Steelers, and rightfully so.
As much as I expect the Steelers to inevitably win, I'm sticking with my team. Stick with them to the end.
Ooh.
I'm not a professional. I'm still a fan. So I'm sticking with New York. Just for them not to come out and embarrass themselves like they did against Philadelphia.
Hope not.
Even if it's I could say it definitely being a blowout in Pittsburgh's favor.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if they keep it tight and they're showing good things, then it's something to be happy about.
Everyone should be happy for trying to keep it tight.
Yeah, I guess.
That's words to live by.
Especially when you go to the dentist.
Yeah. Not like, every hole is a goal.
Maybe.
Well, and that's not a bad piece of advice. What did Haley Welch say? Talking to Whitney Cummings, she's like, what's not always good for the soul is always good for the hole or something.
Sometimes at the end of the day.
Just because it's good for the hole doesn't mean it's good for the soul or something like that. I'm like, oh my God. That's like the best whorish advice I've ever gotten or ever heard of. Not gotten. But, it's like, huh. For all the women that, like to keep their ankles behind their ears.
You know, you can tell a lot about a woman, how a woman feels about you, of where her legs are. If they're kicking in the ass, maybe she doesn't like you. If they're up on your shoulders, maybe she likes you.
You know, I did you know how they say you could put a seashell to your ear and you could hear the sea? Well, a woman was wearing a seashell bathing suit, and I put him up to my ear, and I could hear her scream.
They do that. Somehow they don't like it. Yeah, I know it's shocking, but they don't necessarily like that.
Something about personal bubbles and thumbs in weird places. Okay. You know, don't call the cops. We were adults here.
I know COVID did a lot. You know, made us all a little on edge, but I do not recommend picking up strange women from the beach and pulling them to your ear.
Nope. Nope. Well, I gotta get off early. Gotta head to work.
Oh.
Yeah. Fucking work.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I get home at 11 my time, so you're still I'll be like, hey, party time.
Yeah. I'll probably be eating dinner. But maybe we could work something out a little late night. Something. I got $5 on the little one.
There's nothing. Absolutely nothing out there.
And there never is.
The leaves are falling off the tree.
Oh, you better watch out. Those are you better have leave insurance.
Yeah. Great. Oh, good. All of them listened. That's a first. Usually the tweenie goes hiding. Give me a crate. I'm leaving. You're not shitting in my house. So this episode shall be called Dog Punches Man in Face.
he didn't just
wait for it.
He gave you that old 1-2, man. He just came over. He was like, "Oh, pet me, whack whack."
He's very pawy.
Those weren't just paws. He threw Tyson hands right there. Bam, bam. He's been watching too much Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, but he's a good boy.
My ass.
Gotta go to work and they're gonna see this mark on me. They're like, "What happened to you?" I'm like, "Dog, still okay."
I don't know what's more embarrassing, saying that your wife hit you or the dog hit you.
Probably the dog.
All right. On that note, we'll head off and segue into, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in a domestic violence situation, please get out. Whether it's your husband, wife, animal, get help, seek help. It's out there.
Don't be a victim.
No.
Don't make the same mistake that I just did.
We don't want to hear about your dog Will Smithing you. But in all seriousness, be safe. Thank you for coming on, Joe.
Yep, no problem.
This is a little bit of a shorter episode, but
we'll get a long episode in there.
Yeah, one of these days.
Maybe do like a role playing thing or something. No, I'm kidding. No role playing. Okay, fine. I'm a black guy.
All right, bud.
All right.
Look out.
Till
next time.
Till next time.